What's love got to do with it? That's the question being asked. And James and Dr. Iris Wright have the answer. Make sure you watch Saturday, 7 p.m. 7 p.m. 7 p.m. 7 p.m.
Welcome back, everyone. This is your first official episode of What's Love Got to Do with It. My name is James H. Glover III, better or as some call me Webb, and I am here with my sis, Dr. Iris Wright. How are you doing, sis?
Hey, how are you?
I am good. How are you doing?
I am doing great. I'm excited about our second episode.
Yes.
And, we're going to spice it up a little bit. We're going to go ahead and start the conversation.
Yes. And y'all, I don't know about y'all, but every time I hear that theme song, that theme song is like lit. Like that theme song is like different. I love it. So, sis, tell them what we're talking about tonight.
All right. What love really looks like in real life. Beyond romance, commitment, accountability, patience, and growth. What do it really look like? So, guys, I want you to tune in because we want your input. We want you to join in on those conversations. So, what do love really look like in real life, guys?
Man, that's a good question. Because a lot of people look at love and they just look at the glitz and the glamour and all that fun stuff. No, we about to get into that nitty gritty. What does love really look like?
Yes, why do we often confuse chemistry, attraction, and excitement for love? Why?
I think the reason why is because a lot of times people confuse the two because they are so used to having chemistry with somebody. And okay, yes, chemistry is great. Attraction is great. But love means like you are with that person through the good, the bad, and the ugly. Like no matter what's going on, you walking with that person. And it takes a different type of person to walk with somebody, even when like things are going bad. Like anybody can walk with you when things are going good. But how are you acting when my chips are down and it looks like I'm not going to get out of the situation? Are you really walking with me at that point? That's $1 million question.
Yes, and to add on to that question, we see a lot of people that rush to get married. Can we put all the pieces together to find out, is this person the person I love, the person I want to be with? In enough time to get married, when people are getting married, say within their first year or two, is that enough time? Research says that it takes 3 to 4 years to actually really get to know someone.
I would agree with that.
People, if you are dealing with a person who could be a professional narcissist, they can hide themselves even longer. So there has been studies that shown where some men, majority men, but I'm sure women do it as well, have hid themselves for more than a decade. So what do you guys think about that? When I see people getting married so quickly, it's almost like you don't know this person at all. And if you're married so quickly, you meet someone and you have children that live in the home, there's so many things that we have to look at, because your spouse do not only have to love you, but they have to love your children as well. You have to make sure that they're a good father figure or mother figure, stepmother, or whatever you want to call it, to be around your children, and to have that compassion for your children as well, just as the compassion that they have for you. So it's a whole package deal when it comes to dating someone with children as well, and when you're talking about marriage and blending families.
I agree
So
with that 1000%. I definitely agree.
yeah, so when it comes to love, do chemistry play a part in that? Do attraction play a part in that? I think they play a part, but I think they play, I don't think they're the majority. I'm gonna say they do play a part in the whole overall circle. But to me, when it comes to love and commitment, it's honesty, commitment, loyalty is big. I'm an Aries, so if you know, you know that we are big on,
Loyal to a fault.
and get to know your person, spend time there. Sometimes you rush to want to get down the aisle, and most people rush to get down the aisle just to put on the dress and to
Yeah.
have all the glitz and glamour and different things. Focus on, when you're getting married, the man or the woman that you love, the woman of your dream or the man of your dreams. You're not worried about all the material things that's coming with the wedding. Focus on the wedding. I had posted something on my social media a while back, and people had, mixed feelings about it. But the wedding band is more important than the diamond.
Mhm.
All right.
Break that down. Break that down.
Because let me explain to you. A man can buy a beautiful diamond, and he can put that ring on your finger to propose to you. You're not getting married. You're not standing before God making any commitments. And he can do that to so many other women, and most of them have. So I have seen where men had asked one woman to marry them, and then it didn't work out. They didn't get married. They took their ring back and gave the same exact ring to another woman. So, but with that diamond, women love it because, oh, it's expensive. It's got to be nice. It's got to be big. It's flashy, whatever the case may be. Most expensive part of the wedding band. But then when you have that gold or platinum or whatever you want band, it's not as expensive. It's not flashy. It's sitting on your finger, but that's the ring that he's putting on your finger when he's making vows to you in front of God, when he's making that promise to you in front of God.
Mhm.
So that's the most important ring. So I think that it's a mindset thing and how you look at things to determine. And nowadays in this world, the band or the diamond doesn't mean anything,
I would
because
agree.
we've seen relationships where they made that promise before God to you, put that wedding band on, and then at the day after the wedding, they was out cheating.
Man, not even the day after.
Probably just, yeah, some instances the same day, or the night before the wedding, right? So you gotta kind of look at the whole overall picture. That's why getting to know your spouse is very important. Going through some storms with them to see how they take going through the storm. Do they have your back? Are they rocking with you? Are they there to help pick you up? Can you pick them up? Do you have pet peeves and things that is an absolutely no-go? For instance, maybe someone who snores, you can't deal with the snoring. That may not be something you can deal with the rest of your life. You need to know these things. Maybe you don't like the way someone eat. I have a sister, and we joke about it all the time. She dated a guy, and he had this Adam's apple, and it was big, and she could not stop staring at it, and they broke up because she's like, it was something about it. But every everybody has
something that they
something
can't
that
deal
they
with.
may not and that they can't deal with. So don't rush in because this person has money or whatever it is, and you want to go ahead. Oh, I'm getting old. I need to lock myself down and settle for something that you can't deal with, because eventually you're going to end up leading into a divorce, because the love is not there. So when you're in a fresh relationship, enjoy what you're building together, what you're learning from each other, and just go with that and let everything happen the way God has made it, has it to happen. I know that some people believe that also God don't like, certain things if you're not married, so people rush into marriage. But I also know that we have a graceful God, and He understands us more than anything. So He knows exactly what you're trying to do. He knows that you need to protect yourself, especially in the world that we're living in today.
Amen. I think sometimes what we do is we would rather we get so caught up in the wedding instead of the marriage.
Yeah,
We get caught up on the wedding day, like the party, the celebration. That's what we get caught up on.
yeah,
And we really need to be focused on the marriage. So here's my thing, because I've witnessed it. I've seen people that have spent millions of dollars on a wedding
yeah.
and they got divorced within 2 months.
Hmm.
But then I've seen people that ran to the courthouse and got married.
And they're still together.
They've been together for 30 years.
Yeah,
So it's like you got to figure out, are you really wanting a celebration? If you want a party, just throw a party.
just throw a party, and I mean, have fun, or whatever you're gonna do, but you don't have to be married.
Mm-mm.
If this is not something that you want to do, or you're
Don't
ready
do
to
it.
settle down, do not do it. Don't waste your time. Don't waste the other person's time, because I believe everybody has their soulmate up there. I do think that some people miss their soulmate because they're married to the wrong person. And sometimes our actions causes us to miss, just like business, it causes us to miss opportunities. So guys, what do you think? And another thing, do social media play a part in this big decision, on this, for this big day, a big time in your life? Are you giving social media platforms that power over your relationship, and having it set the expectations for you? Because it's so many people, you see all these extravagant weddings and all of these things happening, and you hear women saying, hey, I don't pay anything. Like, my husband's 100%, and I wouldn't do this, and I got to have this nicest car, or this nicest home, or whatever. And then you are losing your person because you're trying to keep up with what people are saying and doing on social media. And I'm gonna be honest with you, more than half of it's not even true.
Come
People
on,
like to put, just like people like to wear makeup on their faces, people like to put makeup on their life.
man. They wear a mask. They one way for Facebook and something different for the rest of the world.
Yeah, for the rest of the world. So you're allowing these people to set expectations in your real life. And their life is nothing like they're putting out on the social media platforms. So my advice, if you're in a committed relationship, don't put everything on social media.
I agree.
You know,
Don't.
don't put everything on social media. You don't have to share everything on social media about your relationship. I know there's some people, couples, amazing couples who have been together for a while, and they do things, so they're on social media quite a bit. But then I also seen young couples that started building and growing together and got social media famous, and now they're getting divorced. Um, so you're gonna have to make sound judgment with the person you with. Do you know your person? Do you know your person? Is your person the person that you can do and grow with? Be on social media, be flowing him, sharing all these amazing experiences together. And when temptation comes, they are going to still stand with you. Or are you committed to a person when temptation arises? they're going to walk away from you.
Because temptation is gonna come, and let's not be foolish. Everybody ain't gonna be happy for you.
Mm-mm.
So when you are telling somebody every bad thing that's going on in your marriage,
Mm-hmm.
trust and believe me, they are writing everything down, and they are taking notes, and they are praying on y'all's downfall, and
Mm-hmm.
not praying for y'all to make it. They are praying on y'all's downfall.
Yeah, I agree. We really, it's some things that we should keep sacred. All right,
Oh
some
yeah, for
things we
sure,
can keep sacred.
for sure.
When the feeling fade or life gets hard, what is left? What is left in that relationship? Was it love
God,
or was it attraction?
you have to.
Sometimes hard times come and we realize this was not really love.
Yeah. That's when you have to figure out what is it, what did I fall in love with? Did I fall in love with being in love, or did I fall in love with this person?
Yeah. Did you fall in love with yeah. Or was it his looks? Was it how he talked? Because listen, some men are good talkers.
Hmm.
Like they will say all the right things. And one thing is about most men is even when it's times that we think that they're not paying attention, they're paying attention to every detail. So they know exactly what to tell you. Especially the ones that are intentional about certain things that they want. All right. So they're very intentional, which can be good, a positive thing for your husband, for your lifelong husband, because you want him to be intentional. You want him to know the things that you like. You want him to know how to comfort you when you're in certain situations. But if this is not your husband and this is a person that's just there for its own intentions, it could be very dangerous as well. So when is a good time to open up and share and be vulnerable and share those insights with your spouse?
When you feel like you can trust them,
Yeah.
that's
And
when you have to go off of your own judgment and be like, you know what, God, give me the discernment to know, like, you know what, now is the time to tell them.
yeah,
Now is the time to let
yeah,
them know that, like, yo, now is the time to let them know what I'm going through.
yeah.
Because
And
sometimes we tell people and
yeah,
give the devil the key to what is hurting us.
I agree. I agree. And the key word there is discernment and talk to God about it. Very, very important. And to get to know each other. All right. Before you start opening up every door. All right. Some people don't need everything. They don't need the key before it's too soon. You just like sometimes they don't need the cookie before it's
Mm, come
okay.
on.
So it's a thing now where people think that they got to give up their cookies and all their goodies first, and you really don't. All right,
No.
because you're sharing emotional ties to this
You
person.
showing soul ties.
Yeah, your soul ties to this person that you're giving this to, and you're giving, and that's even more vulnerability. Okay, so you're giving them something else to access and take away from you. And everyone knows, especially women, a lot of us are emotional creatures and vulnerable creatures, and that's how we show our love and affection a lot of times. So and some women do not have the discipline to handle and balance the two, so we might talk about that on another episode
Man, yes, that
because
might be next week's episode.
you know what I'm saying? Because, I see women that just fall in love and they think they love this person and they just like the sex.
Man. Oh, and is
Right.
sex really love?
Is sex really love? It's, guy, in my opinion, I'm gonna tell you, it's not. It's not. You really have to pay attention. How when that's supposed to happen. That's supposed to be a special moment. I also believe that you should actually be in love when you start getting to that point of intimacy. And why I say that is because the sex is better when
I
you're
agree.
already in love with that person. All right.
Man, let me be honest with y'all. I'm gonna keep it all the way real. Like, you you have to make sure that you love that person beyond their looks.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest and let's keep it all the way real. As we get older, the looks fade
They,
away.
yeah. Yeah.
But there's got to be something inside of them that you love besides their look. I have seen so many people, especially men, fall in love with a woman because he had that Belle Biv DeVoe slight, that Belle Biv DeVoe shape, where she was, well, Belle Biv DeVoe done told you, don't trust a big button to smell, that girl is poison. But you done trusted it, and now you sitting over here and you mad because the things that you fell in love with about her, she no longer has.
Yep.
But as age comes, so do those things happen. So you have to be open to the fact of, okay, what else is it that I love about my woman? Or what else is it that I love about my man?
That makes her still beautiful in your eyes, or him still handsome in your eyes, you know.
Yeah,
And to me, just sex,
it's got to be something.
it's got to be deeper than sex. Okay, it's got to be deeper than sex. But the fact of the matter is, a lot of women, we are broken, and when you're to that broken stage, a lot of women don't have the discipline. So all it takes is for guys to have sex with them, and they fall in love and they go crazy and everything else, and don't even realize that that wasn't real love at all.
Mm-mm.
So and we're going to talk about some of that heartbreak and brokenness in another episode, because that's a real thing, that is emotional ties, and that's how some women are looking for
Soul
love in
ties.
the wrong places. We're
Those soul
looking,
ties are real.
yeah, like looking for love in all the wrong places because of their past experiences or things that happened to them in their life. And sometimes some men pry on that. Another thing I want to say in this call: love is commitment. Love is commitment. That does not mean that when you are upset today because your husband done something wrong, made you mad, you go to the courthouse tomorrow morning and file for divorce. That's not love. All right. I'm not having fun. I'm not happy this week, so we need to go ahead and get a divorce. That's not
No.
what that is. It's a commitment, and it does take work sometimes, because you're not always going to be happy or happy with decisions that's being made in your marriage or in any relationship. You're just not. We all have our opinions. We all have things that we like. And when you're connecting two people to that, it's going to be conversations that's being had. I cannot tell you, it's some things that I'm like, I can't believe it. I want to do it. And then we're going to try to persuade the other one to let's communicate. Let's make a deal. Let's work this out. Figure out how to, still be able to get what you want done, but also listen to the spouse and compromise is what I'm saying. So commitment is key to a loving relationship. You have something you want to say on that commitment?
Commitment, you have to be committed not only to each other but to God.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Now, guess what do commitment look like when emotions aren't leading? When emotions are, you're not happy. Emotions all over the place. Now, this is a time that commitment is very, very important. What does that look like to you? So I want to leave you with that question, and then you watch our show, tune
We
in and
want y'all
answer
to
that question.
answer that next week. Answer
Yeah.
that next week.
Yep. And if you want to be a guest on the show with us and jump into the conversation, feel free to reach out. Be a
Yes.
guest.
Yes, for real, y'all. Like, we appreciate y'all walking with us because y'all have been walking with us hard. And what I love about us is, y'all, this has been a long time coming. Me and Dr. Iris, me and my sis have been talking about doing this show for the longest. And finally, originally, we was trying to make sure y'all got this show live. And finally, we just got to the point to where we like, live ain't happening. We can't sit down. We can't get it done live. You know what? Bump it. Let's just pre-record it and let's get this done.
Yeah. So love requires accountability, guys. It- Accountability is hard.
Mm,
Accountability is hard. Come, listen, because when something's not right, or if your spouse addresses that, they want something changed, when real love is involved, you're going to want to change for that person. And ladies, I'm gonna tell you this: this is a strong thing when it comes to men too. So, and I'm saying when it comes to men too, because I feel like men with that accountability get it sometimes before we do. All right, and when a man is locked in, you're going to see changes happen. They could be this man that like to go out a lot, that like to do certain things, but then you're going to start seeing them slow down into a family type of person, being more available for you, changing up some things, and you won't even really notice until you get to sit down and look and say, "Oh, wow, he don't go do this no more. He don't do this no more. He don't do this no more." They're changing, and I feel like men do that when they really want to be with you. So if those patterns that you dislike do not change as you're getting into that deeper loving relationship, then that could be a red flag for you to say this person may not be ready for what I have to offer. And a lot of times we ignore those red flags and you end up getting hurt.
man, and you got to get to the point to where you are okay with not being okay. You got to get to the point to where you're ready to have those tough discussions. Like, baby, I know I used to accept this, but this is a deal breaker for me now.
Yeah. And you got to be ready to hear the truth too. So if something's wrong,
You got to have those discussions.
you got to have those hard discussions that you do not like, and you got to be willing to want to hear the truth and be able to accept accountability for it, for your partner, for
Hmm.
your lifelong partner. Because if it's something serious or that they think is unsafe, because sometimes women, some of us have been like myself, I've been on my own at a really young age. So I was used to doing things, not having to ask, not having to communicate. And my husband had to address to me that, hey, I need to, where did you go? I didn't know where you was going. You didn't answer your phone. Da, 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 da. I had to sit down and listen and be ready for that conversation on how to fix it. To be open and say, hey, you know what? I'm going over Gina's house, or XYZ. Or if you're traveling out of state, sometimes we'll get the habit. I'm going to go down and get this from the front. Now we're in a world where people are human trafficking and all that. So, communicate with your spouse. Communicate with your spouse. And when he or she doesn't like something, have the conversation and figure out how to fix it. And take accountability when you're wrong, right? Apologize. Let them know that you're going to work on getting that change for them. And then patience. What do you think about patience? Patience is
Man,
very important in a marriage or in any relationship, even before the marriage. Patience, I feel like, is very important, right?
patience, you got to have it. In order for any relationship, any marriage, any friendship to be successful, you got to have patience because neither one of you are always going to be right.
I agree. You got to have patience, because even when things are changing and we're making changes, because both sides is going to have to make some adjustments to their life, right?
Exactly.
And
It's
you're
like
going
there's
to
going to be
have,
things that I do that you're not going to like.
yeah, and if we're going to change it and fix it to fix the us both into one, you also have to be patient with that transition, to doing so. So I just want to say, ladies, gens, learn patience, talk to each other, Come up with a plan together. This is what we're going to start doing. Allowing yourself to take baby steps to get into your next to get that process or whatever you're working on to be successful for you.
Mhm.
And love invites growth, right? So you find couples that are loving each other, they're growing not just in their finances, but their personal growth is different. Their connections and communications are growing. The way they communicate is growing. You can see a whole shift. Some of it you might can see it in the appearance as well. So, what do you think about growth in a relationship?
You gotta have growth because everybody is not going to always be the same.
Healing, healing, yeah, all of that. All of that's part of growth. So,
And it's like if we're not growing, what are we doing?
yeah. Does the relationship help you evolve or keep comfortable? So, if you're in a relationship and you're the same way you were when y'all first started the relationship, and y'all been together 10 years, there's no growth. I mean, there's no personal growth, there's no financial growth, there's no educational growth, there's no growth at all. No growth in how you're communicating with one another. Then you might need to sit down, get some counseling, talk to your if you have a good pastor. I'm not going to, pastors are human beings, but find someone that you can trust to be able to talk to see how can we fix these things, because the older we get, the more growth should happen, especially when you have two people that really love each other.
For sure. For sure. For
Yes.
sure.
Yeah,
Like
so
growth ought to happen as you mature. Like you should not have the same mindset that you had when you was 20.
yeah, no, 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 no. Especially you 40 something, we still doing what we were doing at 20, then there's something wrong. It's a big disconnect somewhere, and we need to figure out how to fix it, or we're gonna have to make hard decisions.
Hmm.
Love requires emotional safety. If I'm giving you my love, my affection, and everything, I need to know that you're going to be able to keep that secret and safe. Meaning, one, it can mean different things. What we share about past vulnerability, things that may have happened to me, the world should not know from you.
Mm.
Um, our actions inside of the bedroom, our intimacy, the world do not have to know all of that. It's some things that need to be protected. If you have friends and they're coming into my home or our home, you need to make sure that I'm being treated with the right type of respect into our home, right? So it can mean so many different things. How you speak to me. And sometimes, guys, you're going to get in an argument. But even if something happens out of the way in the argument, I should not ask you to come and apologize to me. That
No.
should be on the back of your head that you have made a mistake, that something had happened, and you need to fix it. A
And
red,
even if we get in an argument, what I told you in private should not come out in an argument
yeah, yeah,
to anybody else.
exactly. Yeah. So it's a lot of things, and that's why we say relationships and marriages and all of that is really, really work. Even just a friendship is having some work to it. We still have to have boundaries. Um, love is a mutual effort. If you're in a relationship and you with someone that you love, they need to love you too. They need to love you back. You deserve to be loved back. I see many women in a relationship, and men, I've seen men too in a relationship with loving someone, but the person do not love them back. And you're steady doing everything to try to make it work, and you just don't understand why it's not working. It takes two. If the person is not open to the love and what you're offering, it's not going to work. Now we questions is, why are you here if you don't love me? Why are you sticking around? Because I have seen relationships where men stick around even though they don't love the person. And, I'm going to tell you from talking to some men, different men, is it's not always that they feel like they don't love you. I think they do have, some of them do have feelings for you. They know that you may be a good woman, but they're not ready to settle down. They're not ready to be vulnerable with you and open up, but they want to do as much to keep you locked in because they're not comfortable with somebody else being with you as well. So that's another reason why I tell you that the cookie need to stay in the jar, because those emotional and those soul ties, that could be the thing that he may like from you.
But that ain't gonna be what keeps him.
Yeah, that's not going to move him. That's not going to stop him from cheating. It's not going to stop him from wandering.
Because
it's not going to make him fall in love with you. But
let's be honest, a lot of people got cookies in the jar.
Yeah, he feels like, okay, this person could be good. I like how she do this. She takes care of her home. She gets, she gets motivated by motivated. She works hard. She makes her own money. But I like Keisha over here too, because Keisha does these certain things for me, and I'm not willing. I don't want neither one of them to go. So sometimes
I'm gonna mess with both of them.
I'm up with both of them, and sometimes men actually propose to their woman because you've been talking about marriage, and marriage is not happening. Now they feel like, oh, she's about to exit.
Let me do what I got to do to keep her around.
And then they will push off the marriage and make it last. A year go by, 2 years go by, 3 years. You're still talking about marriage, and he's saying, "Baby, it's coming. I just need a little bit more. Time, my finances, my credit, this and that." They're making up all of these excuses sometimes because they still have other doors that they have not shut yet, and they're not ready to shut yet. So sometimes we got to pay attention to those red flags. Red flags, okay?
Red flags are big, and red flags are important.
Love grows where the effort is shared. Love grows where the effort is shared. So, guys, listen, I hope we done shared some gems with you. Please tell us what you think. Answer some of the questions. Are you in a committed, loving relationship? Or are you just comfortable in your relationship? And if you're comfortable in your relationship, what is stopping you from leaving? What is stopping you from finding your soulmate? Right? Because they're waiting for you, maybe. What is stopping you? Because I meet so many people that says, hey, I'm to the age that I've been with this person for so long.
I don't want
to start over. I don't want to be with nobody else. I'm just comfortable. And if you're in that relationship to where you're just comfortable, how are you living? I have spoke to people that sleep in separate rooms.
That ain't cute.
Yeah, so how are you living if you are just comfortable in a relationship? And emotionally, are you getting any type of emotional support? Because everybody wants to feel love or affection sometimes. You could be the hardest person in the world and say, hey, I don't like this because of your past experiences, but you're going to have some times that you just need that emotional support, and that be around someone that really, really, truly loves you. And if you're comfortable and you do have some love, because I do think that people who are comfortable in a relationship, their love there somewhere, but they may not be in love. It may not be the spouse or the husband type of love, but you got some type of friendship there. And you just don't want to lose the friendship or anything. You need that person to be there. But if you break up, you might feel like, I'm going to lose this person forever. If you're that person, we want to hear from you. How does that feel when it comes to that? And are you both of you guys on the same alignment? Have y'all talked about it? And what are your plans? So, guys, we have a lot to unpack.
Man, we got to.
We have a lot to unpack.
Y'all get ready. We just getting started. And we pray y'all loving it. And we pray y'all loving it. And y'all get ready because merch is coming. This is just the start. So y'all get ready. We
Yeah,
got a lot of
guys.
great things coming.
Yeah, and we want to keep it like as raw as possible, because this is real life. And I just want to say on here, like, you're getting we're
Raw,
talking to you.
unadulterated realness.
Yeah, and you're talking to people of different situation. Like, I've been married. I've been with my husband for 23 years. So I'm completely not in the honeymoon stage of marriages. So sometimes we're listening to people on the internet that has not been married, who can't keep a relationship, or they're in the honeymoon stage of a relationship. And if you are not happy in your honeymoon stage, then something is wrong.
You ain't gonna be happy 5 years down the line.
Yeah, because that honeymoon stage could last about 5 years. Year 1 through 5, you're still considered a honeymooner in marriage. Okay. So if you're still talking to me and giving advice and you're still in that stage, I always tell people, please do not you can't give me no advice. You know, you need to be at least a decade in plus for us to sit down and have this conversation, and being in a long lasting relationship. Keep a relationship. If you just bouncing to Kevin, Dan, and Isaiah, then you can't give
You're
me
not
any
ready for
advice.
no real relationship.
Yeah. So we
You're
have
not ready for the real conversations.
yeah,
You can't sit at this table.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, and we're definitely, want God to be involved in these conversations. Um, but we're also going to be very authentic to know that everybody is not in that place, even though we want you to be in that place and gain that relationship with God, because that may be a key to why you're going through some things into that relationship. But also, we have to keep it very realistic as well of what people are going through in the world.
Amen. All right, y'all. So definitely tune in next week. We definitely got so much more planned for y'all. So get ready, y'all. And we will see y'all next week. Peace.
Peace.
Thank you for watching the James H. Glover Studios exclusive episode. We pray you've been blessed. Please like, follow, share, and subscribe to all of our stations. Be blessed.